Hello everyone, today I'll be checking out Sumika Grill, which is a Japanese izakaya in Los Altos. I'm always on the lookout for good Japanese food in the Bay, and it's actually a lot harder to find than you'd think. But either way, I've heard some pretty good things about Sumika, so let's go. I just made it here to Sumika, and it's a Saturday morning right at opening at 11:30 when they open, and I made sure to make reservations in advance because they get really crowded. However, they do take walk-ups. However, I definitely recommend making reservations since seating here is very limited. Because this restaurant is izakaya, they specialize in a lot of yakitori skewers, which are grilled chicken skewers, so I ordered a whole bunch of those, and then I also ordered their house famous salad. I'll be starting off with the Sumika salad, and this looks delicious because it looks like there's pieces of chicken mixed into the salad, and it's also topped off with some sort of crispy topping. This looks very appetizing. It looks like it's a mixture of cabbage and salad greens, and it smells great. Oh, this is such a nice salad. I love the dressing. This is a very mild sesame dressing, and it really lets you taste all the freshness and ingredients because you got the crunchiness of all the salad greens as well as the cabbage. And I love all the little goodies in there. I mean, there's pieces of baby corn for a punch of sweetness. And I've never had baby corn in a salad, and it works very well, especially in this type of salad. And just to top it off, you have a little bit of fried wonton wrappers on top just for a little bit of crispiness. The chicken isn't to be missed either, and this is a great start to a meal. Now I'm moving on to the skewers, and I just have a huge plate of skewers. I don't even know where to start because I basically ordered everything that looked good to me, which was a lot. First, I'll be starting off with their chicken thigh, which is just like a classic yakitori dish. That is fantastic chicken thigh. They really did it well because the best part about it is they leave the skin on, and it almost turns into like a charcoaly, spongy crisp because it just soaks up all the flavor from the grill and gives it a really smoky taste and a crunchy texture. And the chicken thigh itself is very juicy and perfectly cooked through. Now for one of my all-time favorite yakitori skewers. This is the grilled chicken thigh and the grilled leek. I'll just get a bite of the chicken and then a piece of the leek. Thank you. Oh, this is incredible. You got the juicy thigh, but the best part about it is the sauce. It's a very sweet and sticky sort of teriyaki sauce, a classic yakitori sauce. I love that. And the green onion is very impressive. The negi is very well cooked. It's so tender, and then it's got a beautiful char from all the glaze and sauce, and that paired with the chicken is just like a juicy explosion of flavor. Now for the last chicken thigh. This is the chicken thigh with spicy sauce, and this is something I've never actually seen in Japan, so I'm guessing it's just something that they have here, and it does look appealing because I love anything that has the word spicy in it. Oh, this is great. This is just like the regular chicken thigh skewer, only elevated. So it's basically the plain grilled chicken thigh, but on top they put a little bit of fried onions, and then they also put a spicy mayo sauce. So it's just like a spicy mayo. It's got a little bit of a tang, which really cuts through some of the richness of the chicken. And I also love the spiciness because it's nothing crazy, just enough to wake up your taste buds and add a little bit of extra flavor to the chicken. Next, I'll be trying the quail egg skewer, and I was just curious about this because it basically looks like someone took some regular hard-boiled chicken eggs and then just stuck them in a shrink ray and shrank them down into a mini size. Oh, this is great. It's a thin egg white, which really absorbs the flavor from the grill. And the inside yolk is very interesting. It's very soft and creamy and has a bit of a rich chickeny flavor, which I find quite curious. But I enjoy that because it's just like a tastier version of a chicken egg that's been shrunken down into little bite-sized pieces. Next off, we got the chicken meatball, and I'm really excited about this because this is another one of my favorite yakitori skewers. I mean, at this point, I feel like I've said that pretty much every yakitori skewer is my favorite because it really is. It's so hard to choose when you got all these delicious options. Just like all the other skewers, it's got a beautiful crispiness on the outside, and I can tell that this is made with the chicken thigh since it is again very juicy, and because it's a ground meat, it almost feels like it's a vessel for all the chicken juices, so just as you bite into it, it just fills your mouth with so much delicious flavor. I also like that they blend a lot of black pepper and green onion into the chicken because it gives it so much more flavor, and then you also have that same sweet sauce that is also on the chicken and green onion on the outside. They also have a couple of pork skewers as well, so I decided to go for their pork belly and garlic sauce because I was curious about this since I do enjoy myself a good pork belly. Oh, this is fantastic. They definitely know how to do pork, not just chicken here, because this pork belly is so delicious. It's cooked in a delicious garlicky sauce, and then the best part about it is it's covered in a thick layer of fried garlic bits. And I also enjoy that it's not a crazy fatty cut of pork belly. It's a very lean and balanced cut of pork belly, so it's juicy from the fat, but it also doesn't feel like you're about to have a heart attack the second you finish this skewer. So this is very well done, and definitely something you can't miss out on. Next, we have the chicken breast, topped off with yuzu mustard, and I'm curious about this because I love yuzu, which is a Japanese citrus fruit. Oh, this is very special. This is a juicy chicken breast, and I can't tell you how many times outside of Japan that I get chicken breast skewers. They're just hard and rubbery. Not this. This is to the highest of quality, and it's topped off with the yuzu mustard, which actually to me tastes like yuzu kosho, which is a very rare Japanese condiment you never find outside of Japan, and it just tastes like a vibrant yuzu citrus taste, almost like lemony, and then you got a bit of a peppery and slightly spicy flavor as well. It's just so unique, and this is probably the best skewer I've tried so far, believe it or not. Next, we got the chicken breast with wasabi. Again, I'll never be disappointed with this skewer because it's a juicy chicken breast, and then you're hit with just like a mouthful of wasabi, and definitely brings a little bit of a tear to my eye because it definitely brings the heat and spiciness. But I enjoy the flavor of the wasabi because the fragrance goes so nicely with just the flavor of the chicken. I also got a vegetable skewer. These are the Japanese shishito peppers, and they just look perfectly charred.
Also, one interesting thing about GoFundMe is every employee has...
Oh, this is delicious because it's so simple. It's literally just a shishito peppered salt grilled. It has a very delightful taste. It definitely breaks up some of the more heavy flavors of all the chicken. It's nice to have a vegetable, and it basically tastes like a cross between a bell pepper and a very mild hot pepper. So it's just got a little bit of a kick. So I like this because it's something that's a little different than all these other chicken skewers. For my last chicken skewer, I went with something a little bit more adventurous. This is the knee cartilage, and this is a very popular skewer in Japan.
It's like an interesting flavor. That's not how we make it at home.
Oh, this is so much fun to eat. I love that you have a mixture of meat as well as the cartilage. The cartilage has a very crunchy texture and a bit of an acquired taste. In the past, I used to not really like chicken cartilage because it just seemed really hard and kind of unusual. But over the years, it's definitely grown on me. And whenever I see cartilage, I'm always pretty curious to try it because it's a lot of fun to eat just with the crunchiness. So I definitely recommend trying it out if you've never had cartilage before. To go along with their yakitori skewers, I also got the grilled rice ball. And this is something I love with yakitori because it's so much fun to eat because the rice gets all crispy and flavored up on the grill. Oh man, grilled rice balls are so underrated. They did a very luxurious version of a grilled rice ball here. It tastes like it's been brushed with a dashi broth, so you really taste all the bonito flakes in there, which give it like a smoked sort of fish flavor. And it also tastes like there's a little bit of soy on there as well. And the texture is just immaculate. You got the chewy interior of the rice ball and then the crispy outside. I just polished off all of those yakitori skewers, which were incredible, but I couldn't forget about dessert. This is their black sesame panna cotta, and I've heard that a lot of people like this here. It's topped off with a little bit of whipped cream, strawberries, and red bean paste. So I got a little bit of that red bean, and here we go. Oh, that is such a sweet and delicious treat. I love the red bean paste because it's a nice mixture of sweetness, and you get the texture from the whole beans that are in there as well. And the panna cotta is just so velvety and soft and smooth. I like that it's not too overpowered by all the black sesame in there. It's just enough to give it that iconic black sesame flavor, which is a really roasted and nutty taste. I'll be honest, typically I'm not a huge fan of black sesame desserts, but here they definitely did it well because it's not too overwhelming. It's just enough flavor, and if you do really like black sesame desserts, this is going to be an awesome and possibly perfect dessert for you. This was an amazing find. If you're looking for an authentic Japanese izakaya in the Bay, this is definitely a must try. I love their delicious yakitori skewers. And as always, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, skip a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.